Hi, welcome back to Wine Mastery. We are going to taste a Fleurie that has been recommended by a wonderful viewer. So this Fleurie has been recommended us by Katey Curtis, who works at the Huddersfield University in their business Huddersfield Business Centre, or Huddersfield Business School, should I say. So I've met Katey at a few functions that she's organised. Lovely lady, in all senses of the word, very bubbly, full of life. And when I was talking to her about wine, she said, "Have you tried this?"
Okay.
And you remember we did the George Bidoof booth?
George Dubouf, yeah.
That's her.
I do remember, yeah.
Well, we sort of a little bit slated it. Well, Katey actually quite liked it. So, so she's a little bit sort of trepidatious, if that's the right word, if that is a word.
But John, you don't need to get the right one.
No, I don't. So she suggested this one. Now, this one comes from a UK supermarket chain called Morrisons. It is just called Fleurie, or Fleurie.
Fleurie, yeah.
Fleurie. And we'll see what it goes. Now, Fleurie is in the Beaujolais area, and there are sort of different types of Beaujolais, aren't there?
Yes, there's lots of Beaujolais regions.
Yeah. Village and Beaujolais Village, but there are different sort of, obviously in different areas they're slightly different in taste, but they all use the Gamay grape, which is one of the few areas to use the Gamay. Well,
no, John, I always love this bit where you've done your research and I get to learn a bit.
You taught me. So yes, the Gamay grape, and it's not used, not grown in many areas, is it? It's very, very small amount of Gamay grape grown.
Again, keep talking, John. Keep talking.
Well, no, because I haven't actually done the readings to find out which other countries, but it is a very small. It's not as common as sort of like Cabernet Sauvignon or.
No, and it is one of those unusual grapes. Very similar to a Pinot Noir, not in style, but in the way that you can get some very light, easy ones, some very big, heavy ones. You don't generally get that kind of. Your Cabernet Sauvignon, you know what it's going to do. Shiraz, you know what it's going to do. Gamay, you're not so sure. Pinot Noir, you're not so sure.
And Beaujolais was, when we started this journey, and John the Master and me the Apprentice, when we started this journey 825 videos ago. So creeping towards that 1K mark, Beaujolais was my favourite wine, and the last few that we've tasted I've been really disappointed in, and no longer has it become my favourite wine. So I'm really interested to see what this one does.
Let's go for it.
Okay, let's go for it.
So we're going to the Beaujolais over the Fleurie. Now looking at the colour, now I can immediately see that, even from just when it was down there to picking it up, I can see the purple there.
Yeah, absolutely.
The purple is definitely very predominant in there. If not, and it's even licking its way around the glass there and just sticking to it, and that it looks appealing to me. It looks appealing, so I'm just going to nose. Ooh,
that's quite nice actually. Now that immediately took me back to our early episodes when I was in the cellar and you were first teaching me about French wines, and that's got sort of that certain je ne sais quoi that the French wine has.
I'll give you that, John. That's surprising for a Fleurie. I was expecting the Fleurie because my understanding or my experience of a Fleurie, there's quite a light, very raspberry-ish, delicate nose, very delicate flavour. That's up in the game. That is up in the game. To me, very floral and almost like what they call fruit pastel, fruit gums. The blackcurrant fruit gums there. The sweetness, the sugary.
Yeah.
That's in there, but that's not what I expected. But it doesn't matter what I expected because that smells good. Smells stereotypically French. That's the kind of thing where you would, again, on a blind tasting, if I would smell like I don't know what it is, but it's French.
Absolutely. But I'm not getting the blackcurrant, but I'm getting more of a sort of like a flowery.
Oh, I get the floral, yeah, the floral.
Yeah.
I get the floral, but there's definitely an undertone of the sweet, almost like when you're chewing a blackcurrant.
Gum.
Yeah, it's there. So I'm going to have a taste of. This is one, it's one where I need to get in there. Ooh. Nice.
That is much nicer than I thought it was going to be. Just because I've been disappointed with Fleuries and Beaujolais generally. That is much nicer than I thought it was going to be.
I will give you that, definitely. Because I was Didn't know what to expect, but then the nose surprised me, and the nose was like, maybe. And then I'm thinking, well, let's have a go on the palate. It might be a bit thin, but that's not. That is a.
I'm not purposely not having another sip because I'm just trying to see how long the length is, how long that taste lasts.
It is very good. That's outstanding. I've said before, I don't often recommend French wines because I think sometimes they keep the best for themselves. And what comes over here is expensive. Now, what the price on there, John, was it £12?
£12, yeah, dead on £12.
It's not.
It wasn't even a retailer's £12, i.e. £11.99. It was actually £12.
Spot on £12.
Yeah.
Is that extra penny here?
Well, yeah, 100 of them. It's a pound, you know.
You've tutored me, John. Well, and that works really well for me.
It does, and I'm just thinking that is as I remember when I first used to enjoy, and Beaujolais was my favourite. That's how I remember it. It's really sort of ticks all the buttons from that point of view.
Yeah, it's touching. Yeah, it's got everything. The tannins are not too strong. The tannins sit there nice, but to be fair, the tannins do come and like shake your hand and say hi. How are you doing? But then they make way then for the fruitiness and that, so they say the floralness that comes through, the delicate and the kind of touches upon your taste buds, and then the length is there, but it's not overpowering. It's not a heavy wine. It's not something that sits there and makes you respect it. It just gives you a little, hey, how you doing? And I'm living for that. That's nice.
A little bit late to do this, but what just struck me is maybe what we should have done is had one sort of at room temperature, which this is, or just slightly under room temperature, and then had one that was slightly chilled, because I'm wondering what it would have done to the taste. It might just sort of completely obscure the taste, or it might just make it...
I might have taken the tannins, and generally with the Fluerie, I would have, because of that the light style which I would have expected it, that would have suited a chill. I'm not sure if that would suit a chill. I'd be interested to try it with a chill, but right now I'm enjoying it as is.
It is, yeah. It is very good. If you like Beaujolais wine, or if you like a light red, do you think this would be something that someone that's drinking white rosé wants to try to get in red?
I reckon that would definitely a good step. Although the tannins are quite tart,
yeah, true.
But the wine takes it on well. The wine does take it on very well. The tannin, it's well suited. It's well balanced. It works. That definitely works. And then I like Fleurie for the stylish, but I never thought I'd enjoy a Fleurie to that extent. So that was a really good recommendation.
Yeah, thank you very much, Katey. Well done you. That's excellent. She has given us another recommendation, which we'll be doing in a little while as well. So
will we?
Yeah.
Well, looking forward to it. Thank you very much, Katey. That was stands out. So
pairing.
Ooh.
A bit of a difficult one, pairing, actually.
Yeah,
it is for food-wise, but I'll give it a go. I think that sort of pairing, it would be something light, so I wouldn't go in sort of like a heavy stew or anything like that. I'd keep it light, so possibly pork, even maybe a chicken dish, and also possibly, if you're not putting on too many sort of sauces on the burger, a burger may also go with this.
I'm going to go straight out of the box there with, it's got to be a soft, it's got to be French, it's got to be washed rind or unpasteurised. So I'm going to either say something, a fairly ordinary rustic camembert would take that on well, or a Munster or a Pont-l'Évêque. That style, definitely soft but pungent, and that I think would work beautifully.
So why is it going to be French?
It doesn't have to be French.
But it's where it grows, it goes.
There is that, but I mean, it's so much you can at the Baron Bigod, which is a French, or even Stinking Bishop. I'm just thinking that, what's the word looking at? The washed rind, that pungent flavour.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And you don't think the pungent flavour would overtake this? Because it's not very heavy, is it? It's quite light red.
Not at all, but it's got enough to take that on.
With the tannins that you said this.
If you'd have said an ordinary Fluerie, I say an ordinary Fluerie, what's an ordinary Fluerie? But if you'd have said, we're having a Fluerie, what would you bring to the table with that? Without tasting it, I would have said something light and easy. After tasting that, I'm quite confident that I need something a little bit more to take it on.
Okay, good. All right, well, let's move on to the scoring.
Brilliant.
And it is £12.
Taking into account we've got £12 absolutely fine. I know John gets a bit sweaty about such thing. Fluerie, and it's gone above and beyond what I would expect from a Fluerie. £12 I don't think is too much, not too much at all. It's a couple of pints at the bar and you get to enjoy that. So my score would be a generous, let's say, there we go.
Okay, I'm going 82.
Good score, good score. I said 84.
Okay.
So we're not too far away from each other there.
Actually, too far, too.
Goodness. But I think that for me worked on a lot of levels. An ordinary Fluerie, I keep saying an ordinary Fluerie, but an ordinary Fluerie I might not have given such a high score to because it's Fluerie. I didn't know if I'd enjoy it. But that, and again at 12 quid, it's not overly out of anybody's real budget, and I genuinely enjoyed that. The nose, the flavour, it ticked the boxes, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah, for me, I think that it's this discussion that we've had a couple of times, which is, that French wine tends to be, so, if this was sort of like a Chilean wine, we'd probably be talking about £9 for this bottle. So they do tend to sort of like, 20-25% lift because it's French. And it's whether we should make an allowance for that or not. It's whether we should, but I did. Anyway, I did say make an allowance for that. I thought it was very nice. It did take me back to how I remembered Beaujolais and actually encouraged me to try some more again. So thank you very much, Katey. Really enjoyed that.
Yeah, Katey, thank you. A very good recommendation.
Super. So, guys, if you've got any recommendations, let us know. Oh, by the way, I haven't done that.
What?
I haven't done it. Oh, just so you know, this is Katey.
Katey, hi! Thank you.
Okay, guys, if you've got any recommendations, by the way, the photo isn't obligatory, so don't not recommend something because you think you're going to have your photograph up. Let us know. Until the meantime, if you try this, let us know about it. Until the next time, guys, when we really look forward to sharing another glass of good wine with you. Chin chin.
Chin chin.